Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 4 Week 6 Day 5. So today, of course, and as well as the rest of this weekend, we got ourselves the Arena event. Unfortunately, one of the lesser events as far as rewards for it. Still needs a bit of a buff, one of the more recent ones as well. But anyways, basically we play a bunch of Arena runs and we get a bunch of resources for it. If I'm not mistaken, the order is 3 gem keys, then like about 10 equivalents of diamonds, then 2 event keys, then like 60 writs, which is like half a deed or so, and then the almighty orb, and hopefully that orb will be a blue. It is a small orb though. Overall, it's definitely one of the most skippable events. However, if you are going to be doing the event, it's good to split it up among the 3 days because regardless if there's an arena event or not arena event, the first 3 arenas that you do every single day will give you one of the extra little offer thingies. And while they're normally junk like these, sometimes they will give you a good one. So we can hope for that, so we can get an extra 9 of them. You can theoretically do that every day, however, it is a relatively time-consuming daily. I only really ever do them during the arena event, because they're actually worth it during the arena event, which we have going on throughout the rest of the weekend. So basically this weekend, also I didn't claim this earlier, Isabel throwing in a legendary task before the stream. But anyways, let's get into arena. That'll be a good majority of what we are going to be doing this weekend. Actually, I didn't clear out dailies yet. Let's go do that. Actually, I haven't even started dailies. And we have a standard little thingy over there. Let's clear it out with Phoenicia, and then we'll go run arena for pretty much the entire stream. And after we hit our 3 daily arenas, we'll probably hand out a code. And I will keep going, because I believe you have to do 15 total. I can't remember. It's like 13 to 15 is how many you need to get done. I am looking for... Where's my Phoenicia? Why are you always hiding on me? I know I have some of the team separated. Phoenicia's always is hiding over there. I should probably just move it to the top. That's like the one I use more than some of the others. Like some of the others, that makes sense that's down there, but not that one. But anyways, hello Frag Hunter, hello Bill, hello Interception, hello Barbara, hello Nightmare, hello Easy, hello Rogue, hello Isabel, hello Cookie, and hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope all's been doing well. So nothing too good off Adventure Boy. We do have a little handful of gems, which does add up. But everything else, not really that much. Hopefully we can get lucky after the arena runs in. Hello, Daddy Shark. Welcome. Oh, also, as you can probably tell, we have got the thing from yesterday situated. I just need, of course, the phone to be working. And finally got that situated today. And now that it's working, it's really easy to unlock the accounts because all we have to do is just click it and then boom, it's good to go. But because I was switching providers and I didn't have access to the phone, I couldn't do the second verification for all my accounts. But now I can get in just easily. So there we go. I got sorted pretty quickly. Obviously, I knew that was the problem. It was just about actually getting that fully finished. But I was able to get that done today. Let's see. I'll take that over. Get our explosion. I still hate that Google forces you to have 2-step verification, though. Because it basically forces you to always have a phone at any given time. Let's see. Let's write that down. Get a blue. Oh, that's not blue. Purple. I will eventually learn my colors. To this day, I still say the wrong color sometimes. In all fairness, purple and blue are somewhat similar. Hello, DS! Welcome! You had a meatball sub for dinner today? Delicious S tier? Meatball subs are pretty high tier. That is very true. I haven't had a meatball sub in a very long time, though. I used to get them a lot while in New Jersey. Because the wall was, were really good for them. During flea markets and such. But, there's no good, like, place to pick up a meatball sandwich by me. And generally, if I'm making something myself, I try to stay away from meats. Let's see, I'll take that over. Grab our Phoenicia. Alright, clear out dungeons and then go do all of our arenas. And there is a lot of them. It basically takes 1 battle, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 5. Is about how many it takes. I think it might be 1 less than that since you technically get slightly more points than the number. Because I think you need like 45 each time, but you get like 50 points. But anyways, let's get into arena. So, we got all uselessness. I guess we just go repick all the way? Sure. Okay, Marilith's auto win, sure. As long as it doesn't die. Aren't you pretty good? Not really. Dispel an enemy, deal damage to them, boosted by enemy beasts. These are all pretty bad. Do I want to use any as a tank? I'm actually going to go with War Cleric in first, just so I don't block Marilith on green. Because I want to use her as our tank. We can then go for like a bullet or something. Deal 7 damage to an enemy, boosted by the enemy's mana cost. Everything has such a low mana cost. However, there's still a lot of damage relative to Arena. Because even if they have 10 mana cost, it's like 17 damage. And it's by their cost, not current mana. It's going to be behind the Marilith as well, so this wouldn't be horrible. Though it doesn't help us cover any color we're not already covering. Whereas Bullet covers brown, and then we hope for purple off the other thing. I can also go true damage to synergize with true damage. It's a really small amount of true damage, though. But Nosferatu should be pretty decent. Plus it covers purple, so even if we don't get a purple, that will cover purple. I will go with bats, I guess. Why does its durability seem so low? Probably because that thing's durability seems so high. We didn't get a purple, but we got Peasant, so we kind of auto-win. Peasant's very strong. Okay, so we go War Cleric to be our tank. Marilith, because Marilith. Bats as our backup plan. Or our bat-up plan. And then we just have a Peasant randomly. Sounds good. Alright, let's go get our win. The first of many. I should really make a guide on overpowered troops for Arena. Basically, if it has a good boost ratio, it's overpowered. That's the easiest way to break it down. That or if it looks overpowered, it probably is. Let's see. I'll do that. Fortunately, a bit of a miss. But luckily, the other thing's tanking for it, so we kind of will still end up winning. Owl doing owl things. Did it set me up with an extra turn? I don't think so. I don't see any. Let's go for that and then kill it with Marilith. And that's pretty much win. Actually, at this point, I can just take a skull. We have 1 billion attack damage. I believe that War Cleric gives us attack as well. It's actually kind of like a Marilith in that regard. It gives 6 attack to all allies, which normally would be horrible because it doesn't raise based on magic. However, in the context of Arena, that's actually strong. It's actually so strong that secondary effect isn't even needed. Just the first thing is actually already good enough. And entirely why we're using it. And because it's a nice, well-rounded tank. It doesn't have like an ultra-high attack, but it has great durability because it doesn't have an ultra-high attack. The Arena is definitely one of those weird game modes. You play it quite a bit differently than everything else because you build such ridiculously weird teams. Using stuff that you would never use under any other circumstance, as far as composition. And then we have Nosferatu. Yeah, Nosferatu is really good in Arena. Has a nice true damage. It's never going to hit double, though. But you can constantly keep having him switching into other stuff. And it'll either go into Batstorm, which is true damage, or Umberwolf, which is a legend. Which is a rarity up, which will have even higher stats. Because they are based on rarity, so the higher the rarity, the more stats they'll have. So legends and mythics get quite a good handful in Arena. This definitely isn't the quickest of teams, though. This should be a very safe win kind of team that we're using right now. There's very few circumstances where we're going to lose with this team. And actually, something that we kind of want to do with this team is almost deliberately let War Cleric die after its first cast. Because after it dies, Marilith will have 1.5 billion attack and it just one-shots everything. So I'll go for attack buff off the bat. She can also do some damage if they happen to have Be Undead or Daemon. Though we are not getting lucky with that at all. We're probably not going to hit with that a single time. So there was never really the intention to hit with it. I guess we just go for a true damage poke. It's guaranteed Nosferatu. What the Nosferatu transforms into isn't guaranteed, but the bat will guarantee go into the Nosferatu. And now we use purple. So worst comes to worst, we can just cast it. Oh, it looks like we just win with Marilith. Marilith. Hey, two more. You waited till today to do your campaign arena task? Nice. You really delayed it then. Deliberately. I didn't think too many people would. But it technically gets pretty good value for doing so. Also, are we about to lose? I think we are. It was a pretty bad start. I'm not sure why I took purple instead of skull. Very bad initial choice. At least that pretty much missed. I'm tempted just to take green, hope it surges, and go from there. That did not go over too well. He's just going to loop us infinitely with blues. I think we're already dead. Okay, he kind of missed. If we get skull here, we have a chance. Oh, we got peasant. Hold up. We haven't been doing peasant moves yet. We haven't been showing the overpoweredness that is peasants. Because he keeps being blocked by blue. I gotta get a skull right now or we lose. Do I just RNG peasant off of sky? Or is there a different way? I ideally want to find a different way because the chance of that winning is very low. Alternatively, we could just Marilith cast and hope we get lucky. If Marilith hits at least 3 skulls, we win. Yeah, we'll go for that. Nope, you hit 1 skull, we lost. Good job. We can solo with Nosferatu. Actually, never mind. We already won. True damage. Good job, Marilith. That works. Because worst comes to worst, we could just keep shuffling with Nosferatu bat and just keep switching back and forth. Because Wolf switches into both? I actually can't remember. It might be both. That or it's guaranteed to Nosferatu, one or the other. What do we grab here? We'll take that for now. And if anyone has any questions or anything you want me to go over, let me know. Also, hello Imperial, hello Kosh, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Lasher's pretty nice. Oh, you got Gargoyle too, nice. Yeah, pretty good combo. Lasher does a really solid amount of damage, especially if you can find him a magic buff. Because he hits like, what, 5 times? That's not good. That is, though. Marilith does so much true damage. Outside the context of Arena, 6 damage seems like barely anything. But in Arena, it is just so ridiculously high. She was scaled back from a while ago. Which is why her base stats seem so bad. Not one of our 3 offers. That's such a horrifically bad one as well. Bunch of crafting material. You could literally buy the thing every single day, the daily dungeon, and you would get more loot from it. Do you do anything relevant? If an enemy dies, gain infinite attack. Sounds pretty cool. However, your base attack is pretty bad. Convert green to Doom Skulls is pretty broken in Arena. Sandrunner does not have Swifts. However, it's so much damage that I think it's still worth it. Asp is a lot of damage, and it covers every color we're not currently using. However, so is Envy. Envy's actually more broken, isn't it? Deal 6 damage to the 2 strongest enemies. Boosted by enemies at full life or full mana. So if they have 4 at full life, this will hit for 16, 22 damage to 2 enemies. That's a lot of damage. I would go with that and hope for purple. That is not a purple. I know, who's our first slot at this point? I guess Sandrunner? Envy definitely wants to not be blocked. Look at how low amount of attack, plus it steals my magic. I'm leaning towards Glade. It kind of removes the color he needs though, which is kind of weird. What do you convert again? Convert green to Doom Skulls. Well, that makes up our decision. That's good enough. I kind of want Remnant just to die, but I don't want to block in the thing. I think we go with Sandrunner first. Her in second. Envy there, and then Remnant all the way in the back, even though that's a really weird location for it. Just because we're just going to ignore he even exists. That should be fine. So the main thing that we want to go for is go for Envy as quickly as possible. And then we win. It is the game plan. So we take Envy mana. We then take Envy mana. We then cast the Envy. That will take 2 kills. And then ideally we do it again and that's over. That's how Envy works in this game mode. Yep, that's Envy. Perfectly balanced arena troop. They stopped caring about arena balance like 3 years ago. Maybe 4 years ago. It's been a while since they've actually balanced something based on arena. They just kind of gave up on even attempting to balance arena. What do we need here? Well, obviously Envy mana, but it's not available. Oh, well, that kind of dead. That died very quickly. Very quick death. Is this aligned? No. Can we make it aligned? Kind of. But I think it's just worth going Envy. Dead. The double Envy cast win. Why use anything else when Envy could just cast twice and win? Because if we touch them and make them go below full life, he doesn't do the extra damage anymore. So it's actually beneficial to do literally nothing but Envy. Otherwise he loses damage potential. Especially when there's only 2 left. Like right here we could cast and we could take a skull. However, we could also just get Envy. And then we win. Oh, okay. I need one of them to get full mana first. Whoops. Now we win. They're not going to give us a skull here? That's not nice. I was hoping to have an option. That is why we casted the ability. Alright, what do we need here? Probably brown extra turn, go for that first. So far we haven't accidentally taken a skull to poke any of them, which is good because then Envy does less damage. Oh, well, he does less damage now. So what do you target? 2 weakest? No, you actually hit the strongest. Which is good, because that means he kills the really strong ones first. And then we have the weaker ones that will automatically kill. Which makes it even easier to get the auto kill. Oh, he doesn't have mana. It's not going to kill the other one now. Oh, you got to poke it now. Even if I had that extra 4 damage, it still wouldn't have made enough. It's too tanky for us. Please don't kill it. Thank you. You had every opportunity to. Luckily, he did not kill the one that was our win condition. Oh, he still would have won, most likely. It just would have taken longer. Also, not this arena run, but after the next arena run, we'll hand out a code. Also, how did that not die? I guess we actually tried going Sand Runner. Or Skulls work too. There we go. Is Essence of Evil generally put into Guild War green defend teams? I'm not sure about defend, because you can use it for defend on any day. Offensive, it can be. Defensive, not really. Yeah, Envy's a pretty free auto win for Arena. Toad Squeezer is pretty interesting outside of Arena. Isn't he pretty good in Arena, too? 10 damage, auto extra turn with explosions or with enchant allies. Yeah, that's not horrible. Yeah, we'll go with it compared to these other ones. Trent's pretty interesting. He gains a lot of armor and attack. This thing is super auto win though. It gives an absurdly high amount of armor. So if they have true damage, we kind of lose. But if they don't have true damage, we are kind of unkillable forever. But it doesn't help us win quick. This guy does a lot of damage if we can give him HP. There's no mana conflict with the other thing. I think I'm just going to find a different tank instead of Trent. I'm leaning towards Crabman. I could use this for board control. The Crabman does a lot more damage, especially because of bleed. And then the only color we're missing is purple, which is not here. So if we're using Crabman in first slot, our overall amount of attack's kind of low. We'll probably use Toad Squeezer in second. What does that leave us with then? So we'd probably want to tick the yellow. Because once Crabman dies, we're not going to have yellow. Stun does nothing in Arena, though. We could feed blue to our allies. Actually, feeding blue might be a pretty good idea. But then we're blocking Tuskar. However, feeding blue is just so good that it's probably worth it. That would make him our new second slot then, most likely. Because he'll have higher attack than Toad Squeezer at that point. Let's go down that strategy. We'll roll with that. Definitely not the greatest of teams, but we can make this work. Okay, I believe that is our setup. Let's just roll with it. We don't have any auto win in this team. It's an okay enough composition that it should be fine. Only color we're not using is purple. Oh no, we missed. I could try for blue off the sky by taking purple. I'd rather not risk it though. So we'll get double blue off the sky. That works. Okay, we'll go for this. Do some damage to whatever the biggest threat is. He gives a bunch of enchants. Gotta bleed. I'll die soon. And I think we'll just naturally get mana. I'm gonna wait on the other guy. So I'm gonna kill that. Or at least damage it substantially. And that's match. Yeah, that's not too bad. As long as we can get a good blue burst off of the brown guy, we should be good. The North Render. There was actually a team around when it came out that wasn't horrible with him. It's an okay amount of blues for the mana cost. It's 8 blues for 9 mana. Definitely far from the greatest troop out there, but it's not horrible. Do I want a blue now or later? Probably later. Alright, he's about to drain. Probably our most useful one as well. He normally would have Impervious, but this is Arena, so he doesn't. I'm gonna try for Skull for Sky and just hope we get lucky. That was not us getting lucky. It's not enough to kill, is it? I could try doing that. It did not work, though. The other alternative would be to Doom Skull him for 5, which I was thinking of doing, but didn't ultimately end up doing. It's because that wouldn't have won, whereas that landing would have won. You just pulled Obsidious out of a random set of 50 glory keys. Nice. What team is best for? It's generally not one that you build a team for. It's more of a utility troop that you build into. Because you only specifically use it when the enemy has stuff that you need to stun. So it's not something that you would run all the time. Because you would only bring it out if you specifically need the stun to get rid of traits. It's particularly used as a counter towards things like Lust, as well as pretty much anything that has a really good trait that's going to be annoying. As far as the exact composition, you tend to build it around just a 3-3 combination of any kind. So like a Mountain Crusher into a high damage source or something similar. So that you could feed the brown also into the Obsidious and then just get an extra turn from the Cascade Explosion. It's like Mountain Crusher, Apothecary, brown damage source, Obsidious or something similar. Ends up working out pretty well. But it's not really specifically used for teams, it's used to counter other teams. And you tend to build it into something on the fly to counter something. Or just plop it in a Guild War Defend so it does stunning things. Because one interesting thing about stun is it does prevent Orpheus Metal from triggering, which is that one cleansing metal. So if you want to run like a free stun for Guild War Defense, it's working out really good in combination. That's more of a defend team than something you would use in PvP or something, though. Let me go kill a summoner. Didn't they buff him to be, like, absurd in Arena? Yes, they did. He's very scary in Arena now. He was already decently scary, but ever since they gave him that extra damage based on magic, he just has super high damage in Arena now. Before, I think he was, like, a 6 or a 9 damage. Now he hits for, like, 12 or whatever it was. Which, for his mana cost on top of the summons, pretty strong. At least relative to the other arena options. Definitely not the greatest, but it's definitely solid. Compared to summoners that are options. There's not too many super overpowered summoners for arena. That's because most of the low rarity summons are kind of just average to begin with. Definitely a good handful of decent ones though. I'm actually gonna deliberately die here. Actually, I lied. I want the free extra turn. Do we go for this first? Sure. Oh, I get to do it again. Oh, we get to do it again. Do we? Aw. We don't get to do it a third time. Oh, we don't need it. He loves getting his mana back. Maybe I was wrong. Is this auto win? Is this guy auto win? He might be auto win. It's extra turn, poke, plus explode, plus enchant. Though it's one or the other, but still. He'll eventually do both. He's already really good outside of arena, so it kind of makes sense. The things that are good outside arena aren't necessarily good in arena. Just because their stats when they're really low can be pretty bad sometimes. And also you can't always get the proper mana generator when you need it. So you might see a good mana generator pickup, but it doesn't fit the team. That should be match. Should be enough damage. If not, we had the Tuskar guy. Which hits for pretty solid, too. I think he was hitting for, like, what, 23 if he doesn't get poked? Alright, there we go. And so far, all three of our offers for today were awful. Alright, let me go hand out a code. I did say once we reach this point, we would. And then we'll get a few more arenas in. I'm looking for my code section. It's hiding on me. Grab this. Why won't it let me cut it? There we go. Click save. Also, it's kind of funny. Since I finally have the new phone and everything, I got the case off my other phone. And within under a day, my old phone, I have already cracked the screen. Within, like, the less than 24 hours. that it has not had a case, I have already cracked it. It's a very small crack, but it is a crack. Which is pretty amazing that it took that long. Under 24 hours without a case, and it already happens. Honestly, I might just need to get a new case for get a case for the old phone too. I figured I would just use the same case for the new phone, since it's the same enough model that it works for the same one. But yeah, apparently not. Yeah, it took only 1 day. It was a very minor scrape though. Let's see. What am I looking for? Where's the code section? Seriously, where is it? There it is. I'm gonna go put it in over here so I can get you guys the link. Put it over there, put it over there. Get it there, copy the whole thing. There goes go. There's the redeem code. Use it on gemswar.com with the game code section. Your invite code can be found underneath your settings menu. Whatever your game says, right over here is what you put in for your invite code. Redeem code is right over there in chat. Just copy paste random numbers and letters starting with 4Q. This code batch really likes the letter Q. And give same reward as always. Not that. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Those other loots were our arena loots and only usable on PC mobile version. Yeah, this is what our rewards for arena so far. So you get 3 diamonds, and you get, or sorry, you get 3 gem keys, then you get 10 diamonds, then you get, or you know, and 1,000 shards, same difference. But it's 3 gem keys, then 10 diamonds, then 2 event keys, then 60 writs, which is like half a color deed, and then the random orb. Which overall, pretty bad loot. But at least you're still getting the normal arena loot and everything on top of it. Oh, don't you get full mana when you get a kill? Yes, you do. Oh, that's a lot of... This one's really fun in arena. Harpy Eagles, decent damage. I'll go for it. It's probably going to be used behind what's her name though, which makes it a little scary just because it's pretty low durability. And you're not defined, so let's go with that. We need something to put this team together. You have random stats effects. Wouldn't hurt. Doesn't this create a bunch of red though? But it takes so much mana. I'd rather have pokes. Oh, wow, this team is getting clunky. I guess we just take Scalegar to not die and hope that I can get a boost off of poison off of Radagar if it randomly hits it. That's probably the plan. I guess we go with this team. It's a pretty bad team, but it is a team. I think that's the order we'll roll with. We'll make this work though. So we don't use yellow or purple. Main color we want to take is red. Red, blue, green, brown. Oh, that's literally every color that... That's literally every color we're using. Let's see. I literally just named all the colors. Do we have a cascade there? No, we did not. Not like it would matter too much. We don't use the color anyways. I think it's boosted based on yellow too, which is kind of clunky. Because we gotta destroy for a color that we don't actually use. Also, that barrier is going to be annoying. I don't really have a good way to bypass barrier. Luckily, that skull just did so. And we got a bleed and a hunter's mark in the most useless location ever. Okay, now we can start having fun. Should I take a skull first? Does it kill if I don't? No. So let's start poking everything. So basically how this thing works is if we get a kill, we get all of our mana back. So we just cast it, then we cast it, then we cast it, then we poke it. And then it's dead. So once it gets going, you kind of just auto-win if you have everything in chip range. Are we streaming longer today? Yes, we're going to be going for a couple more arena runs for sure. Exactly how long, I'm not sure. Yeah, we'll be going a little bit longer today. Since we didn't do the morning stream. Do we have a cascade here? Yes, we do. Right into an extra turn. And that'll make it so we only have to do 3 the next 2 nights. Do I try killing the other guy? I guess so. I forgot that moves you to first. However, what I can do is do this, poke the other 2, and then that brings them to kill range, and then we win. The other reason why I wanted to bring that thing with us. 1 hour and 2 minutes? No. Probably closer to 2 hours. Let's see. I think that's about how long it takes if we did enough arena to make it so we only have to do 3 the other 2 nights. Because we definitely want to save at least 3 for the other 2 nights. Okay, I want blue or red or both. I can try for blue off of Sky. Now I get swipe for blue. And now we won. Oh, this guy died to burn. How convenient. Oh, he had Lycanthropy on him. That's funny. I forgot. We actually can apply Lycanthropy, can't we? It's kind of funny. I should have waited till the other guy got a red. And then I could have done that into a poke and we won. Come on, all he needs is a little damage. That's match. 2 different skulls. I took the weaker one, though it doesn't really matter. They both kill. This team's kind of holding its own pretty well. That's mostly because that one thing that gains full mana when we get a kill. Okay, let's see. Take a skull for now. Oh, the anniversary of the channel is next Friday. The only reason we're doing it slightly longer today is because we didn't do one this morning. But yeah, next Friday we'll be doing... I'm not sure exactly when we'll be starting. But probably pretty early in the morning. And then we'll go all day. Can we double tap this? I should forget if it double taps. I probably should have not hit it just so I would know. Well, we can kind of tell from its description. What does it say for description? 2 random enemies. It probably doesn't double tap. I kind of want to know now. We could try setting up this battle into a double tap. See if it will or not. We have to have 1 enemy left that has more than 15 durability. And then we'll know if it does or doesn't. For future reference. In case we need to know at some point. I gotta kill 1 and then get Radagar to full. I was like, I gotta be careful not to lose trying to set it up, gosh. I want to see what he would kill. Alright, now we get to know. Oh no, we don't get to know! No, he killed it. We gotta do something a little weird. Because I deliberately want to bait him into a certain move. Oh no. Oh no, that's fine. Oh, wait. We have a 50% chance of winning. Wait, no. We might still have a win. We could do this. Never mind. We have a guaranteed chance of winning. There we go. Because if we had to take a skull, and it was just a normal skull, and ours a whole move, we would have had to have hoped for a 50% poison. Gosh, I almost lost trying to see what Radagar would do. I didn't get to check it though. That's not too big a deal. Okay, Gargoyle's pretty solid. 3-1 based on all attack. Pretty high attack as well. Might even be our frontline tank, we'll see. We could probably go with Harpy Eagle again. Not the best, not the worst. It's pretty solid though. Either gain extra turn or gain 12 armor. Normally that 12 armor would be pretty bad. 12 armor in arena is pretty solid though. He's actually really tanky. Assuming they don't have true damage. Still kind of want to go to Eagle though. It's a lot of damage. It's still a lot safer. This is quicker though. I think we go Wolf Knight just for the sake of it. Unless we just want to go super high attack just to boost Gargoyle. But that depends. Are we using Gargoyle in first slot at this point? I'm still gonna go Wolf Knight. Yeah, we can go Bombot. If Bombot doesn't get tapped, it does quite a bit of damage. It's gonna reduce Gargoyle's damage though. It's also gonna be in a weird way where it's not even gonna get to cast, is it? Very weird team. It's still be fine though. So I wanna have Gargoyle in first. And then have it like that. That should be fine. Gargoyle into Harpy Mage alone is... I mean, Harpy Eagle should be good enough that it just works. That is the game plan. Hey, what are we not using? We're not using purple. Is that the only color we're not using? Blue, so. So Gargoyle's first hit's gonna be pretty strong. But then once things start dying on our team, it's gonna be pretty bad. Which is kind of why he's in first slot. Because after anything even dies, he's gonna lose his value anyways. So might as well just put him in first. There we go. But yeah, Gargoyle to Harpy should be enough. For the Griffin. The first channel broadcast? I'm not sure if we even have it anymore. Because I believe it was on Twitch. Though we could watch together the very first video we ever did. The one that we actually do based on the anniversary. I don't think we have yet for any of the anniversary years. But yeah, we can go bring it up and go watch it. There's no way we're going to get copyright stricken for watching our own video. Though YouTube will find a way. Let's see. But no, we could definitely do that. I don't think we have for any anniversary yet. I don't recall ever doing it. And 5 years seems like a nice mile mark for it. They all watched the very first weekly video. The one from ages ago when we first started doing the weekly video every single Monday. The very, very first one. No, I wasn't visibly in the video. So you don't get to see me, you just hear my voice. Though my voice does sound quite a bit different. Mostly because I would like barely ever talk prior. I still like barely talk. Like the talking I do on this stream is like 99% of the talking I do on a given day, week, month, year. Let's see. Like I almost never talk otherwise. Let's see, we'll throw that down. I keep thinking it has stealthy. It's like, wait, I can't even target it if I want to. It's like, wait, this is arena. I can target it. There we go. It's dead. Exact 10. I don't think we have a most earliest face cam video. I can see what our very first stream on YouTube was. However, that's not our very first stream ever. The very first stream ever is kind of deleted because of how Twitch works. Another reason not to stream on Twitch. Even if you're partnered with them, I think your videos still go away after like 28 days or something. Your past streams. Unless you re-upload it somewhere else. Do we have a cascade? No, we do not. Let's take a bunch of manas. Take our blues over. Get our gigantic damage. I guess we take red here. We'll try for a red sky as well. Actually, no, we can't now that I moved that. At least we took the guarantee extra turn. Plus, we would have missed it anyways. That wouldn't have given us red sky. I kind of just want to take a green. If I hit 3 skulls here, don't we just auto-win? Oh, now we don't, because you just gained HP. Though he still counts as damage, so we just kill it at, and now we win. Doesn't even matter where we click. I count the start of the channel when we started doing the weekly videos, which was April 23rd. Which I think was the spring cleaning event, or spring something event. The Spring is Sprung event, I believe. It was the one where Spring Imp was added to the game. As well as, I think, what's his name? Hero class? Mech hero class. Because we mentioned the mech weapon for whatever reason. I think it was... yeah, we probably were farming it during that week. And I think we recorded it a little bit later during the week. Just because we had to farm up the weapon, which required 250 wins. And wins were slower then because we didn't have a speed option. Oh, so we get to see what the game looked like in ancient times. If we go check back that video. Also, fun fact. The Monday after that video, because I think that video was recorded on like Friday. But that exact Monday was actually the Monday that Dust Devil got nerfed. Because I wanted to cover a video going over the overpoweredness of Dust Devil back in the day. But was never able to. Because that's exactly when it got nerfed. I think I even mentioned in that video that Dust Devil got nerfed. However, like 4 or 5 years later, we finally got Dust Devil back in the exact same form, just different. Effectively, it's the same thing. Greed, Dust Devil, Double Ironhawk, and Triple Ironhawk Dust Devil. It's back after so many years. Let's see. But yeah, we'll definitely need to do that. Go over that video in its entirety during our 5-year anniversary stream. Probably towards the earlier part of it as well. I think we're probably going to start at 10 and go from like 10 to 10 or something, or like 10 to 9. Because YouTube has a weird restriction for how long you can do your stream thing until it starts overriding itself weirdly for whatever reason. And that's just some kind of way that you can set up for a 24-hour stream that I'm not aware of. That allows you to do it a bit better. It's not going to be a 24-hour stream when we do the anniversary stream, though. Oh, gosh, this guy's free one for sure. That will definitely stream for a while. I could definitely not do 24-hour streams. We learned that in the past quite a bit. Let's see. Curse and stun an enemy if there's a 25% chance to devour a random enemy boosted by enemy deaths. That's too inconsistent. So this is going to be our tank. Problem is our follow-ups are all awful. I think I might just go Turtle for tankiness. And put him in like all the way in the back. The Wild Knight's just such a free win that it honestly does not matter how bad all these picks keep being. And they are definitely being bad. Gosh, this was actually one of the first trips I ever had in the game. Let's see. Toma Evil or Chupacabra? They're both pretty bad. I think Chupacabra is ever so slightly not as bad. Actually, 8 damage for 6 mana. Or 11 damage to first. You know what? I'm actually going to pick up Musketeer. Even though it has color overlap. Because then we can use the other thing as a backline tank. So the only reason I kept drafting, even though all this is pretty much horrible, is Wild Knight is so broken that it can solo the entire thing. So it explodes a gem, then gains life and attack, and it's boosted by green at a gigantic boost ratio, and it gains barrier. It's one of the most unkillable things in all of Arena as long as we can get a cast off on it. Yeah, I believe that's our team now. Should be good enough. Wild Knight's kind of the entire team, and the rest is just pokes. Which is why I wanted to go Musketeer, just to stick with the poke synergy. But yeah, once he casts a single time, we kind of win. The only reason we would ever lose is because he did not get a cast off. Because once he does, it is such a free win. Unless they have like a Doomskull convert spam. I think there's literally one troop that can do that. And we just drafted it earlier. That one dwarf thing. Also, if this thing gets a kill, it gets like almost double its magic. Because it has 6 magic and it gains 5. Can we board control a skull anywhere? It does not look like it. Still move them closer to each other, though. Will Slay the Spire be part of the lineup? Sure, we could do Slay the Spire. I think I'm currently doing Defects. I think Defects at level 17 or 18. I got Ironclad to 100. Or 220, I mean. I got Silent to 20. Defect is either at 17 or 18. And I think Watcher's still all the way at like 6. What do we go for here? I feel like I should take Skull just so we don't die. Very important that doesn't die. He's our entire team. Oh, we better not get Entangle. It's going to be very annoying. I need to get my attack boost before he does his Entangle. Oh, what do we even go for here? Take a Brown. Yeah, when was the last time we streamed Slay the Spire? I know I haven't really been playing it much. I think that when it came out on Android was the last time we streamed it. Whatever date that was. Because it eventually officially got a mobile release. Of course, we played a Steam version. Yeah, Slay to Spire is really good. I see how it's maintained such a player base as well. It actually has a surprisingly high player base. For a game that has, like, I guess it technically has a lot of replay value, though. But, it seems like one of those games that you would, like, clear through it. And then once you've, like, cleared through it on max difficulty, it's like, yay, I did it. And then it's like, you're done. But, it has enough replay value due to the randomness. It actually works out pretty nicely. Because no two runs are ever identical. Because the whole roguelike system that it has, like many roguelikes. You might get somewhat similar runs, but you never get identical runs. And some runs can be really funny if you get super lucky. So I'll take that over. 1 HP, what are you doing? Not sure how I want to take this. Not a single option seems particularly good. I want to take brown, but I don't want to take this specific brown. But I guess we will. Oh, can I get a skull? Oh yeah, it's literally just sitting there. I was like, do I have to do some kind of special explode? Nope, it's just gonna give it to us. What was your request? Let's see. Which request were you referring to? Let's see. Can the anniversary special be on Saturday? We were intending to do it on the Friday, on the actual date. But I was considering doing it like weekend long. Or we end up basically doing 3 of them. Where we do it on Friday, then again on Saturday and Sunday. Or maybe just a bigger one on Friday and Saturday. Well, we could. Because there are some people that can't catch the Friday one. Since it's a work day for some people. But yeah, if we do, we'll probably do 2. We'll probably do it that way. Friday and Saturday. Do like 11 hour, 11 hour. One for Friday, one for Saturday. And then it's still technically 24 hours to split among 2. And the reason I say 11 hours is because YouTube has a weird cutoff around like 11 hour and like 35 minutes or something. When doing a consecutive stream. Or at least in my experience, it always keeps cutting off around there whenever we've done longer. Not sure if they fixed that since then. Why does it look like we're about to lose? Well, not really. Our first slot's just so unkillable that our entire team could die and we wouldn't even notice. Or barely notice. Special appearance from my mom? I'm not sure what her schedule is this week or next weekend. If she's around. I have no clue what her plans are. Yeah, if she's around, we'll get her on stream. Let's see. Oh yeah, we're doing a longer stream tonight. We're going for about 2 hours. We did about 1 hour so far. Almost all of it's going to be arena though. Though I do want to make sure I save at least 6 battles for the other day. Also, can we stop getting such bad options on this board? There we go. Do we have a win? We do not. Wait, didn't you get a kill? You should be doing more damage. I forgot about that. There we go. And now you do 19 damage. Keep scaling it up. He's kind of like a musketeer in a way. The saber-tooth lion. He's like a musketeer that scales up when it gets a kill. The slightly more mana cost. The nice thing about musketeer is he's a nice even 6. So you can just surge off of one single red and you're good to go. If things work out really well. Yeah, Slay the Spire is a really hard game. It's very challenging. You lose a lot just down to pure luck. People who are like absurdly good at the game can kind of get past that luck a little bit and have a bit more consistency. But you're pretty much always eventually going to lose to luck. Or lack thereof. Oh, why did I not take Skull? Skull would have been a bit better there. I'm trying to build up into unkillableness. But I think we're pretty much already there. Pretty much him casting once already brings him there. Oh, I killed the thing. If anything, we might be able to cast this guy for the first time. I had a feeling we would barely touch him, but I didn't realize we would cast him literally 0 times. This is the first time we casted him this entire time. Oh no, my Sabertooth just died. No worries. Our only troop that matters is alive. The one troop team. That's why we drafted him. It's why we kept drafting even though our draft kept getting worse and worse. The second we drafted him, it was over. We already won. We just got really unlucky with what the rest of our draft was. It's not enough to kill, but if he does it again, it will be. So ideally, we just get a skull and win that way. There we go. Hello, Draco! Welcome, welcome. There we go. Grab our tribute. Hourly tribute is ready. Actually, it's probably been ready for a while now. And there we go. We got 3 rewards. Let's see. How many battles do you need for last set? 5. So we could do 2 more arena runs. Then we could do 3 tomorrow and then 3 for Sunday night. So we could do 3 more arena runs. Let's see. And then we'll have the other 3 for the other 2 nights. Or technically 6, 3 and 3. Gain mana boosted by my gold. Interesting. So you can infinite if we had enough gold. How much gold is that to infinite? So 30 gold. If we had 30 gold, she would gain all of her mana back every time. Or we could just auto win. He has a really high mana cost though. So it's not super auto win. Trent first slot's nice. Lizard's pretty solid. Isn't that every color now as well? No, we're missing brown, but we can get rid of brown. Let's see. Remove all blue gems. Deal 5 damage to the enemy's life and armor. Boosted by gems removed, so it'll hit about 6 or 7. Just for the sake of covering brown is fine. It's a bit of a weird draft. Should be fine though. Put that there. Put that there. Fire Lizard will carry us if we have to. The backup Fire Lizard. Worst comes to worst, we could just auto win off a Fire Lizard loop. Because not only does he feed mana back into himself, but he also gets to burn. The only problem with him is he hits randomly. Do you destroy? No, it removes all blue. So we have remove all blue and brown on this team. I'm not sure if removing blue would be a good idea, though. So this guy casts twice, he wins. The problem is he has a high enough mana cost that casting twice will be a little annoying. Everything that keeps doing gem-related things keep missing. That's enough to kill. I forgot, he actually gets to target it as well. Bit of a weird team. I think we're gonna be fine though. We were very close to almost dying. 17 damage. But yeah, his second cast is going to do so much damage every time that his second cast will essentially always win unless they have Submerge or something. We'll probably do some Mario Kart and Pac-Man 99. Also probably throw in Puzzle Quest 3. Hopefully they don't nerf literally everything we use, like last patch. I'm pretty sure they just watched the stream just to see what they need to nerf. The answer is everything. There's a lot of stuff. There's a lot of rebounds that game still needs. Burn's pretty nice because whatever he touches with burn basically dies because it's arena. Oh no, we got Tagaraki. And he's dead. Is Trent somewhat functioning like that other guy? Except it gains armor instead of HP and it doesn't get barrier. And that other guy has board control. The other guy just does so much. The other thing that we're using. That was gaining barrier earlier. I believe he's the strongest tank in all of Arena. By a pretty large margin. Like, Trent's somewhat similar, but it doesn't even come close. But I feel like we're going to lose this battle. This is a really bad board. Plus he has an enchant on everything. Yeah, that somewhat helped us because that moved our most useful thing into a very safe location. There we go. This team's doing surprisingly well for how weird it is. Yeah, Lithian Servitor, if we cast them twice, we win. As long as they don't have Submerge. The problem is getting to 28 mana to actually cast them twice, because we don't have any mana generator on this team. Oh, we do. It's a red mana generator, though. And the other thing removes blue, which kind of goes against him getting mana. Plus, we're blocking on blue. If our tank didn't block at all, it'd probably be really good. Well, it is definitely really good. Like, he gets a really strong magic steal. And there's very little magic in Arena, so you get quite a bit of value from that. That's a lot of blue. If only we could take those blues. End up getting the burn on it and it just dies anyways. Same thing might happen again, actually. Not quite. And a smash. Yeah, one more. What do we need here? Let's start with some blues. Get some more blue. Get some more blue on top of our blues. He creates a bunch of brown for us, except we can't use them now. Well, we can, but I can't remove them for value like we were about to. Also, we might lose here. Oh no. Please miss with those blues. Thank you. That was a huge miss right there. If we surge, we won. No! You're supposed to surge. I think we still won as long as he doesn't kill us right now. There we go. Double cast for the win. That's the way he works, at least in arena. Cast twice, auto win, as long as they don't have submerge or some kind of other weird mechanic. Alright, last arena run. Let's see. Destroy a rogue, gain a bunch of attack and armor, boosted by brown gem destroyed. Deal some damage to all enemies and web a random one? I'm leaning towards that. This guy gets a lot of value though. He's kind of like Trent, but in a different way. But I'd kind of just rather have AoE. Frost Lizard is basically like Fire Lizard, except it does blue and it doesn't do burn, it does freeze instead. Which technically means Fire Lizard is better. However, this is not bad, so we'll grab it. I was hoping we'd get another AoE to go with this AoE. That's kind of the reason why we took an AoE. That's enough to kill normally. I don't think we want to block our AoE option. We constantly keep getting random spider summons. And use this as our backup plan, because it's going to be the same thing as this anyways. So we're going to go Cocoon just so we don't die. Just in case. And, I might just grab this guy to tank front. And to cover green. Oh, he creates a bunch of blue based on Frozen. Hold up. That's huge. Hold up. Who's going to be our tank now? You're actually going to be our tank. Because I got a new plan. We're going to go Frost Lizard crazy. Got a new plan. Okay. That comment kind of changed everything. In a very good way. I don't think I've ever drafted this and it was good. This will probably be the first time. So basically we want to freeze as many enemies as we possibly can as quickly as possible. And then we kind of go crazy from there. It actually got the, what is that, 25%? 20%! It actually got the 20%. So it'd be helpful if I could actually freeze a blue enemy and not kill it. So that they would actually be frozen for when we do that. Oh yeah, we don't have an AoE anymore. It's kind of got transformed, didn't it? Oh yeah, you have like 0 attack as well. Well, not literally 0, but very low. We can go get a random spider though. Oh yeah, I forgot. It comes in at a lower level, only level 9. Still backup summon though. Hello, Ricardo! Welcome! Hope all's been well. And also, hello, Defiant. If I didn't say hello, welcome, welcome. You think it's the most luck-based game mode? I don't know. We could pretty consistently get wins. How many times have we re-rolled? Once? I think we only bothered re-rolling once. We never backed out of the entire screen yet, I don't think. And we used the re-roll function once. But never did we have to like double re-roll any instance. And we still won them all. Don't you gain barrier. And don't you target the thing that just gained barrier. But yeah, this has basically become an all-in Frost Lizard team, obviously. All-in Frost Lizard. Oh, I could have taken that blue, couldn't I have? I think that was already there. Because this guy does boost ratio based on how many blues or how many frozens there are. So we'll do 7. Actually, that's pretty bad if you compare it to the other guy. That one brown we had earlier was creating 8 blues guaranteed with an attack gain. This thing creates 5. And we'd have to have 2 freezes on the opposing team for it to even do more. Plus it has a 1 higher mana cost. Gosh, this thing is bad. But if we can get it working, it's going to be very helpful. We have to have at least 2 freezes for it to even get better value than the brown thing we had earlier. That was creating blues. A Northhelm or whatever he's called. Oh, don't gain burst armor. That's going to be so annoying to kill. Especially since we do damage randomly. The more we can kill, the better. So we can't gain as many armor gains. It's going to be super annoying. Ah, that was an extra turn. Very unfortunate. It's exact enough to kill. There we go. Didn't really matter which one we casted there. They both kill. There we got a treasure map somewhere and all that mess. Question, is it good or not to upgrade all the Guardian with metals first? If you plan on using them. They're not associated to kingdoms though, so they don't gain value in that regard. So unless you're specifically using them, they're probably some of the last ones you would upgrade. Because they don't count towards kingdom upgrades. So I guess it's quite a while before you need to. Oh, I'm not even sure how much Isabel has donated at this point. Honestly, I think it's over 1,000. I kind of lost track at this point, to be honest. Especially if you count the cost of the chair and the mic stand and a few other things. I'm pretty sure it's over 1,000. And it is greatly appreciated. Helps out the channel a lot. And allows us to even stream to begin with generous tips like those. Let's see. Because we do make quite a bit of our money off of tips. As far as percent. Because anything from the donation links, we pretty much get 100% of it. Like the PayPal thing takes like, what, 2.3%? Let's see. I'll grab that over. Yeah, this cast is going to be really bad if we go for it now. Let's see. Yeah, that's something we haven't streamed for ages, Animal Crossing. The only problem with streaming Animal Crossing is the way I play it is really resource heavy. And trying to accumulate resources in Animal Crossing isn't really fun to watch. It can be fun to do, but watching it, not so much. Okay, there we go. Because I believe that now leaves enough arena runs for tomorrow then. Because we will need 6 arena runs. So 3 will be tomorrow, and then 3 will be the other day. Yeah, we'll still keep streaming a little while, though. Let's go farm a little bit of Explore 12, since we haven't gotten to yet this stream. Since this entire time we've been doing Arena. So let's get some Explore 12 in. That's not what I want. That is a Explore 12 team. Though that's not the Explore 12 team I want to use. But yeah, every little bit has definitely helped out a lot. Because YouTube ad revenue is very exceedingly inconsistent, as you've probably heard from like a billion other YouTubers. It is super inconsistent. Though luckily we don't get demonetized like at all, unlike many other YouTubers. It's just because the type of content we do is not really easy to demonetize. Especially since we never curse or anything. There's almost nothing they can get us on. Let's see. Take that over. Oh, our current top donator, they do still watch from time to time. Some of our higher ones in the past have moved on since then, though. Like, there was someone within the first year or two of the channel who I think did a couple hundred as well, who doesn't watch anymore. But he played Gems of War a lot during that time. What do we even go for here? Take that over. Did we regain control of our channel? Yes. The only reason we didn't was because of the CAPTCHA. Or not the CAPTCHA. What's it called? The two-step verification. And I still didn't have my phone set up, so I got that situated the other day. I mean, well, yeah, last night. I was able to get it situated later last night. And been good to go from there. But yeah, I was switching provider, so I didn't have access to my phone for a couple days. And it became an issue then because it was asking for two-step verification. And I didn't have a phone active off my previous number. But now I do, and now it's been fixed. Is it worth it to do so many runs to get the rewards? As a newer player, I would definitely say yes, because for one, it doesn't have any expense. And the other reason is Arena is a great source of souls prior to having options that can actually farm souls. Because one of the main reasons why you would do Arena other than just to do Arena is the soul gain from it. It's one of the main ways that newer players do obtain souls. So it's probably a good idea to do so. You basically want to go through the event until you get to the orb. It definitely requires some amount of time. We could probably do it in like 2 hours if we really tried going as quickly as possible, like 2 or 3 hours. Like we're pretty much halfway there, and it's been, what, we did in like an hour, 20 minutes. However, realistically, it does take closer to probably 4 or 5 hours. Just because we never lose Arena, that kind of makes it so we get more points. But if you have like 3 to 5 hours this week to do Arena, definitely a good idea to do so. Especially if you're a newer player. It's definitely not the best payout reward events. Vault event is where the loot is really at. But it's definitely worth the time earlier on in the game due to the soul gains. And I still do it mostly just because of the orb. Always like those shiny orbs. Plus it gives us something to do. Otherwise we just be grinding Explore 12. Gives a nice change of pace since Arena plays quite differently than the rest of the game. You got all your souls for Dawnbringer through Arena. Yeah, if you're earlier on in the game and you have no other way to gain souls, I'm pretty sure there have been quite a few people that have farmed literally every single soul for Dawnbringer off of Arena. But it takes quite some time, though, because that's 1.3 million souls. And Arena soul rate is like 10 to 20,000 per hour, approximately. I think some really good players might get closer to 25,000. But it's somewhere around 10 to 20,000 per hour. Though it couldn't be less, depending on how things go. Assuming you're winning pretty much every run, it's around 10 to 20,000 per hour. This more so comes down to the speed at which you do it. Yeah, one of the objectives this week was to go do a arena run to 6 as well. So it has a little bit of synergy there. Though I think the event requires like 13 runs or so of arena. If they were all flawless. Otherwise slightly more. Whatever 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1 is. What is the math on that? Though I think that's -1 because they still has the extra points. So you -1 from that. So it's more like 5 to 2. What is that? 5, 4 is 9. 3 is 12, 2 is 14. I think it's 14 runs. That sounds about right. Because you need, every single category moves up by 45. So the first one requires 45, then 90, then 135, so on and so forth. However, you get 50 points if you win flawlessly. So eventually those 5 points stack, so you need one less. So yeah, I think it's 14 perfect runs. Yeah, Cookie just mentioned it. Yeah, it is 14 perfect runs. So we did do math correctly. Which means if that's the case, that means we did, how many runs? We did 8 runs today. Did we do 8 runs this stream? It didn't seem like we did 8 runs. Those went really quick if that was 8 runs. Did we really do 8 runs this stream? I guess we did. Because we're currently at the point where all we have to do is 3 and 3. So yeah, we did 8 runs. Those went really quick, some of them. I think it's because we didn't spend as much time drafting. We kind of just rolled with whatever we got, and it kind of just worked out. Sometimes you do have to repick just because it's abysmal what you get. But we kind of mostly just went with whatever we got. I think we re-rolled once. Wish you could re-roll specific troops instead of having to re-roll the whole thing. Well, I guess that would kind of be annoying, though, too. Because then you'd want to re-roll just that one, and then you're just going to get another useless troop. Like, let's go re-roll a common to not be useless, and then you just get another 3 useless commons. Speaking of 3s, 3 guard tokens. Literally the lowest rarity one, but still good nonetheless. What advice would I give when choosing troops in Arena? Check their boost ratio and see if it's very broken. If it seems like it's very broken, pick it. Because those are generally the strongest things in Arena. Any things that have really, really good boost ratios. Because boost ratio is generally balanced towards mid-game. And Arena, with how it's set up, is kind of like an early game thing, in a sense, as far as the stats and everything. So anything with super high boost ratios tend to completely demolish Arena. So definitely keep a lookout to what the enemy team is as well, because the enemy can also have those super overpowered troops in Arena. Oh, what do we want here? One more skill poke. Funny, I could bait it out. Or we could just go for Zugoff there. There we go. But if anyone else has any other questions, anything you want me to go over, do let me know. I'll make sure to do so. But yeah, I can't believe next week already marks the 5-year anniversary of the channel. Feels like not too long ago we started it. It's already been 5 years. Oh, we got Explosion for now. Oh, what do we want here? We'll take that for now. Get her destroyed. That should be 13 plus reds. Didn't even check the number. It just seemed like enough. You can kind of tell most of the time, and if it's enough. Like, this board's definitely enough, and it is 16. And dead. Let me cast. There we go. Oh, I already had the win. No, I didn't see the skull there until after I clicked. Like, literally the second I clicked, I saw it. And it was too late. They really need to add a cancel button. They want to eventually. But they haven't been able to find a way to code it properly. Because of all the older code in the game. So they haven't bothered adding one. We will probably eventually get a cancel button. Honestly, if they had a patch, and the patch was literally nothing but a cancel button, I'd be very happy. The entire patch could just be add the cancel button. What's kind of interesting is, if I'm not mistaken, Puzzle Quest 3 actually has it. But that's because they coded it from the ground up. Whereas this game's been progressing for like 6 years now, probably even longer. Because obviously they were working on it prior to 6 years ago when it actually launched. So it's probably like a 8 year ago. And they changed over the whole coding system as well to Unity a while back. So the code for this game has been all over the place. So we didn't get any good tokens today. Though we haven't been farming for too long, mostly because we were doing arena. Got a couple chests though. Nothing's dropping anything good though. It's one of those nights. Not even getting that daily Anu yet. I was like trying to get at least one. It's lower enough rarity compared to Inisha that we could realistically get one per stream. We don't always necessarily try for it, but it's nice to try to get. What's the benefit of having multiple medals? Beyond having 3, well, the initial reason for having 3 of all of them, except for Anu, because Anu doesn't stack. But the main reason for having 3 of all the other ones is you can set them as your 3 bonuses, so they can stack in that regard. Because you can set 3 medal bonuses. Currently, we're setting 20% mana start into 8 magic. But the excess ones are used to upgrade level 20 troops. So once you have a troop fully maxed out level 20, fully traded and everything, you can use some medals in order to give it some additional stats. The amount of benefit is pretty minuscule. However, it's more than nothing. And that's one of the main reasons for tokens. Is later in the game, there's not too many ways, once you have almost all the stats in the game, to gain any more stats. And that's one of the few ways that you gain slightly more stats on your stuff. It's not going to make or break like almost any battle, but it is pretty beneficial to have a little bit extra. So with how high stats are, it's only like a, what, not even like a 10% increase to overall stats, but it still helps a little bit. It might even be closer to 5% on most troops with how high stats are starting to get in the game. I guess troops gaining about 20 durability on top of these stats that it already has from its perk thingy. Because every single troop gains different stats based on what role it has. So like something like this Aberaf gains a bunch of HP and armor for being meddled. No, we'd never meddle this guy. This guy would be a really bad one to do. But he gains a little bit extra stats. It can only be done once they're fully maxed, though. Yeah, it doesn't make a huge difference, but gives a little bit extra stats here and there. Every little bit helps. But the main reason is kingdoms actually require for kingdom upgrades having a certain amount of stars. This isn't too big of a thing currently within the game, because I think the furthest we need is like 22 star or 21 star, I think it is, requiring 5 bronze, which is pretty easy to do, like really easy. But we will eventually need as high as 20 gold medal troops per kingdom in order to hit 30 star kingdoms. That's very far from now, though. We're talking like literal years. But it is eventually required to get the super high star kingdoms. But I'm pretty sure we won't see a max faction or max kingdom for at least like 3 or 4 years. They scaled the thing all the way, thinking way into the future. Because obviously they're planning on Gems of War to go for at least a decade. It's currently, what, 6.5 years? Yeah, 6.5 years currently. Oh yeah, weren't they doing a Q&A soon? Oh no, that's still 2 Wednesdays from now. Not next week's Wednesday, but the following Wednesday. Assuming it's still on that date. Unless they change it. Also, next pack should be pretty big if they're doing a beta test for it. I didn't get into this one because I actually didn't even notice the post until it was too late. But, yeah, that likely means about a month or so. Which makes sense because that would be the beginning of next season. So it makes sense that they would want to try pushing out a patch before around the beginning of next season. Seems like a really good time to do it. Because generally once a beta starts, it goes for like 2 or 3 weeks, and then like 1 or 2 weeks after that, the patch normally launches. If I had to guess, if they're doing testing for it, maybe that means we're getting Treasure Hunt rework finally. That's definitely something they would have to test if they're expanding it, changing something, or doing something drastic to maps. Because they don't always test every patch. Or at least publicly anyways. They probably have some internal testing. Oh, throw that down. Grab a... what do we take here? I'll take some reds over. Yes, your main goal earlier on in the game, you have a few really main goals. But yeah, the main three, I would say, is if you're not already in a decent guild, get into a decent guild. Either one that's really good for new players and then go to a different one, or even to stay in that new player one if they let you. Or just try getting into a big guild in general and see if they would accept you. Some of them do for lower level players. But there's plenty that are low level friendly. Or, you know, like starting players that help them out. Guilds that are specific for that. But once you do that, if you haven't already, the other two things that you really want to do is 5-star all kingdoms and level 10 all kingdoms. Level 10 requires a bunch of gold. I think it's like 150,000 gold or so per kingdom. And the other thing is 5-star all kingdom, which requires having a legend for every kingdom as well as a few other requirements. The legend's generally the hardest one. However, if you are struggling to get any specific legend, you can target them down with factions. Almost every kingdom currently within the game has a faction, with the exception of 6 of them, if I'm not mistaken. So almost all of them have a faction legend that is a lot easier to obtain. For example, the Gob Truffle that if you're trying to get yet, not sure if you got it yet, but the Gob Truffle I was mentioning the other day for Amithrax, that counts as a Zhejian legend. So the Kingdom of Zhejian, you'll already have the legend for if you get Truffle. Because all the Underworld troops count as 2 different things. They count as the faction, but they also count towards a specific kingdom. And that one happens to be Zhejian. Yeah, one Gob Truffle is still pretty good. It doesn't infinite loop with one, but he's still pretty strong, even as only one. He actually got nerfed last December, but it's barely even noticeable because he's still pretty crazy with how good he is. They just nerfed his mana cost, though. They didn't change anything else. I think he used to have, what, 2 or 3 lower mana costs? Somewhere around there. It's barely noticeable. You should do a 30-minute treasure hunt stream someday. See how few you could do in that time. Generally, it's about 1 per minute as far as treasure maps are concerned. Assuming we're doing a rush method. If we're actually playing them out, we're probably only going to get like a few done in that time. But if we're doing rush method, it's about 1 per minute to get a map done. Though sometimes rush method goes a little bit slower just to make sure it gets more gems. Because the main reason for doing rush method is to get gems. Not necessarily just to clear through a map as quickly as possible. Because basically the strategy for doing rush method is you go into a treasure map and you basically just want to keep taking everything and find where your next move is as quickly as possible. But also try to get as many chests as you possibly can. So sometimes you go a little bit longer just because you're trying to get as many greens as you can. Greens are the main way that you get gems. They will give a chance at 1 gem. And you want to get as many of those as you possibly can. As that's how you're going to get any amount of gems from doing this. Is to have as many green chests as you possibly can. That's pretty much the whole goal. And there we go. And that was about a minute, and we'll get like what, about 1 gem each time or so. We got 2 gems that time. We got a little lucky, but that's basically what you do. It's also about 60. It's around 50 to 70 gems per hour. Also getting a few other resources. It's actually the quickest infinite gem in the game, as far as being able to keep doing farming gems over and over again. Yeah, it's around 50 to 70 gems per hour. Assuming you already have the maps, of course. But even if you don't, you can use some of the glory that you get from the maps to rebuy more maps. Most people don't bother doing that, though, because there's already so many other ways to get gems that it's normally not worth going every way for. But if you need some in a pinch, it's a pretty good way of doing so, if you don't want to spend money on them. You know, any really bad thing about treasure hunt? Well, there's a couple things. But you don't actually gain any XP while you're doing this, while you're doing treasure maps. Because it's technically not combat, so it doesn't count as XP. And that's one of the main reasons why it's not that good to do later in the game. Even though it can be for a lot of gems still. And you have a lot of maps. But the problem is it doesn't give any XP. And you normally want to be doing that so you can get more hero stats slowly over time, as well as more hero mastery. Though this late in the game, hero mastery does so little due to how it curves as a diminishing return. And by this point, it has an exceedingly high diminishing return. To a point where if we had 100 more mastery, I think that's only like a few % extra surge. If even that. It might even only be like 1% for like a extra 100. If even that. Whereas lower on, you can get to like 50% off your like first 100 or something. It definitely has a really big diminishing return. Is there a team with Autumn Imp? No. If you're going to use any of the imps, Winter Imp's the way to go. The reason for this is it gains the same amount of damage boost ratio as the other imps. However, it does true damage, so it's almost like getting double the benefit because it does true damage instead of physical damage. Autumn Imp at one point was actually meta, which is kind of funny. But it's mostly because there weren't really that many good destroy options. I believe it has a destroy 10, a static destroy 10. So at the time, that was actually pretty decent relative to its damage. However, if you're going to use any imp in the current state of the game, it's definitely a Winter Imp. And you can build it as cheaply as around the Valkyrie or use other blue options to feed it mana. Because every blue that you take gets 8 magic for it. And that's 8 true damage, essentially. Because it's true damage. But anyways, any other questions, anyone? Let me know. Otherwise, as soon as we finish out this next chest, I think we're going to call it a wrap for tonight. And then we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time as always, 2 hours prior to now tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're mostly going to be doing Arena and probably grinding a little bit more. And then Sunday we'll go over to spoilers. And Monday we'll have our normal video on the event stuff for the week. And next Friday will be the 5-year anniversary of the channel. And we'll have a few other things in between there. Also, technically Friday and Saturday of next week will be our anniversary. Because we'll do both days. We'll do 11-hour stream probably for both days, essentially. One for one, one for the other. Because I did get several requests of people wanting me to do the Saturday stream, so we'll do the Saturday stream as well. And kind of make it like a pseudo 24-hour stream to split between the 2 days. Which technically doesn't make a 24-hour stream, but you know. Do it like half and half. Half Friday, half Saturday. Yep, no problem. Yeah, I've had at least like 3 or 4 people ask for it, so we'll split it. Because I know some people work on Friday. How do you know which faction is the one corresponding with a certain kingdom? You can check the troops there. If you go to Unowned or click on the faction itself, like underneath your troop tab, you can see the troops and it'll tell you which one it goes to. But yeah, as you're doing the faction, or on that faction thing, it doesn't really give you much of an indication. But let's say, for example, let's just pick one randomly. So if you go to troops, you click show all, and click on any faction. So let's say Amethrax. Let's say we don't know where Truffle is from. We can go to Amethrax, and then you click on one of the troops. And if you click Show All, it'll show it even if you don't own it. And we can see here that the Truffle is a Zhejian Kingdom troop. And obviously Amethrax as well. But you can do that for any faction. So let's say we don't know where a City of Thieves troop is. So we could just click on a City of Thieves troop and see that it's associated to Leonis Empire. And that's how you check. Just make sure you have Show All or Show Unowned on, so you can actually see where they are. But you can check that way. So if you don't know what any specific faction does, it'll tell you. I believe that's the only way you could check in-game. Oh no, Broken Spire does not have a faction currently. It is one of about 6 that does not currently have a faction. I think there's like, what, 28 factions in the game right now? And there's 34 kingdoms, so a few still don't have it. They add one about every 6 months. I mean, every 6 weeks, I mean. Not 6 months, 6 weeks. But yeah, how many kingdoms are missing it? It's a very small amount, but there are some that still are missing a faction. Though they'll be getting it in soon. Yeah, there's 28 factions, but there's 34 kingdoms. So that means 6 kingdoms currently do not have a faction. Though they will by the end of this year. But currently 6 of them are missing them. And they'll be rolling out about every 6 weeks. We just had one, what, 2 weeks ago? So probably about a month until we get the next one. Actually, we can check through third-party resources. Let me go check. So next faction is on the... Please load. It's not loading. Why is it not loading? There it goes. Next faction is on the... Do we not have an official date yet? There it is, Hellgate. April 30th. Oh, that's in 2 weeks from now. Nice. Yeah, that's pretty soon. Oh, what's it associated to? Wait, duh, we could literally just click on the other place. Oh yeah, I believe it's Magrim Woods. I think we checked that earlier, didn't we? Under Kingdoms. Yep, Magrim Woods. Next one's for Magrim Woods. Then, actually, is Pride Lands official yet? I guess, because it has the other text. The other 4, we don't know their order yet, though. And that's the only one we have a date for. Probably because we're getting a patch soon after. Because we already kind of confirmed that we're getting a patch probably within the next 4 to 6 weeks. What's the pet? I can check the pet. Let's see. I think I have to go out of this menu to check the pet. Let's see, what pet did we get? This is the pet. If you'll load the bottom half. Half loaded. But there we go. He doesn't even look like a pet. He looks like a little mini troop. But that's the pet. Also, we're getting this dog on April 28th. So we're actually getting 2 pets that week. We're getting a Sword's Edge dog. And we're getting the faction one. So we're getting 2 pets. One on Wednesday for free and the other one via the faction. For having high renown. From the faction. He's like a mini hero, pretty much. Pretty much. Alright, there we go. Let's go claim our chests. Or did we already claim it? Oh, never mind. We already claimed our chest. Oh, let's go for one more chest. We're already on it. Let's go for one more. And then we'll call it a stream for tonight. Oh, does ascending to a legendary count as getting a legendary? No, it has to be base rarity. Whenever anything for a kingdom upgrade asks for a rarity, it is based on its base rarity, not on it being ascended to something. Easy breezy, that's funny. Greatly appreciated. And definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream, helps out a lot. I'm pretty sure anyone still here has pretty much done that by now. Most of you. Let's see, we'll throw that down. Grab that. We'll go grab this one last chest and we'll call it a night. We already started, might as well finish it out. Whenever a kingdom has an event, getting their legend through event key can be pretty easy as well. But yeah, otherwise, I believe Broken Spire does have 3 legends. It's either 2 or 3, but they're all going to be random drops. So Glory Gem Guild and VIP keys are the only ways to get it, and it's completely luck-based on if you would get it specifically. What was the easiest delve to Pure Faction? Of the ones that we did, probably Crypts, or, you know, without potions. But it's a really luck-based one that you need to get a super high amount of luck on to actually do, because you have to kill everything with instant kill 12 times in a row. In the current state of the game, I almost feel like that one magic reduction one is pretty easy. Just because if you get the magic reductions down before the enemy, you kind of just win. Oh, we got an Arania in our final chest. I think it's called Alethea. But it was that one that had like all the magic reductions. It's arguably actually the easiest one just because of you could magic reduce the enemy down to 0. Even in non-Pure Faction. I mean, even in, not non-Pure Faction, but I mean non-potions, I mean. I think it's possible without potions to bring the enemy down to 0 magic before they cast. Which is pretty beneficial, of course. Not 100% sure on that, though. Because obviously we had potions when we ran it. But it did seem like with how much we were doing, that even without potions, we probably still would have been able to. It's just, of course, because it was the event week, we already had the potion effect, so might as well use it while we had it. But I don't think it requires it. Other than that, Crypt was definitely the easiest I feel like that we've done. That was actually the only one we did before potions even existed as well. Hall of Guardians, we did potionless. However, we did it potionless after potions already existed within the game. Just because I wanted to get it done. But anyways, guys, we're going to call it a night for now. I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. We will be back tomorrow night, as I mentioned before. Same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as we do every single night. 2 hours prior to now. And we're going to do more arena and just kind of farm a little bit more. And then Sunday, we'll go over all the spoilers. And then Monday, we'll have all the weekly stuff to go over. But anyways, guys, I'll catch you later. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy your weekend. And I'll see you guys soon. Best of luck with the arena event. Goodbye, everyone.